guys, okay, so today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my eczema story. I basically wanted to make this video because I want to share what happened. I've seen so many other people do it and I thought, why can't I? So I'm doing it. Okay, so my parents noticed I had eczema when I was 2 months old. It was just on the eyelids, on the side of the eyes, and that was basically it. But it suddenly spread around my body after I was like maybe 6 months old, and they went to the GP who referred them to a dermatologist who prescribed them steroids. Now I didn't use the steroids because I couldn't, but my parents, they applied steroid creams on me, but they never used it unless it was completely necessary, because the dermatologist had warned them beforehand that steroids will thin the skin, so they didn't use it as much. Now, when I was 7 years old, I had my first encounter with a person asking me about my eczema. I remember it specifically. I was in my ballet class and a girl that I was sitting next to had asked me, "Why is your face so oily? Why are your hands so oily?" And then I thought to myself, why is my face so oily? Why are my hands so oily? Why is nobody else like that? And then I first acknowledged eczema around that time. But I was always a really shy person. I was also incredibly insecure at that time. So when people asked me, I would tend to avoid the question altogether. I didn't want to face the question. I didn't want to face the reality that I was not like other kids. So I applied steroids myself sometimes. I would put them on because I didn't want to have to keep putting on all these moisturizers. Steroids, I would just put a little dollop, it would be dry within a couple hours, and then I could go to school and I would look fine. Moisturizers, they stay on for a long time. Well, the ones that I used did. So year 3 and year 4, I was okay. I barely remember anything during that time with my eczema. I think I was pretty okay. I was kind of adapting more to the environment around me and it was getting better. Year 5, late November of 2017, I got my first period. Now that was kind of the turning point of my eczema, and it had gotten so bad to the point where I could not go to school. I missed my school assembly. I missed like so many sessions of sport, which is kind of a good thing to me. And I missed so many classes with some of my favorite people. So it was really, really bad. But we asked the doctors, me and my mom, and she said it's hormone changes. So at that point of time, I thought to myself, oh, so it's hormone changes because of puberty, right? So when I'm done with puberty, 16, 17, it'll be gone, right? That's what I thought, which is not the case, clearly. So the doctor said, just put on some more cream, put on some more steroids, take some medicine, and you'll be fine. I did acupuncture, I took herbal soup, more steroids, more creams, moisturizers, and pills, fish oil, vitamin C, all that stuff. I took it and I got better in year 6. I was so excited. I was really, really happy about that because I was going into high school the next year. So that means that I would be going into high school, good skin, I just got my braces off, so good teeth, and I was so much more confident, and I had my best friends going with me too. So what could possibly go wrong is what I thought. And then year 7 and 8, I was fine. Year 9, I went through a really tough time because I lost my friends for a period of time because I had made a really bad decision, and I was just really, really sad. I was really, really stressed as well because my grades weren't looking too good. And I think that all that stress, it took a toll on my mental health, which in turn took a toll on my skin. But then in November, I was really happy. I got my friends back. I got rid of the toxic relationships I was in, and I went on this trip with my family, and I kind of felt more at peace with myself. I didn't use steroids for that time in November, but in December 16th, I went to Adventure World with a friend and my family. And when I came back, I took a shower, put on more steroids, and it didn't work. I've always really reacted badly to chlorine in water. So, you know, going to Adventure World was probably not a good idea. But I thought to myself, you know, like, I had just gone through a really tough year and I really wanted something to kind of, you know, make me feel better. And I had noticed a couple weeks before that I had these little small lumps on my leg, but I didn't think too much of it because you could scratch it off. And before I put some steroids on it thinking it would disappear, and it did, but it would come back, and it would come back in bigger bunches of lumps. So that wasn't really good, and I probably should have told my mom about that, but I didn't. When it got bad, I went to the GP. They prescribed me oral steroids, which is kind of like the highest, most like serious, highest power use of steroids you can take. So I used that for about 5 days. It didn't work. I went back to the GP. They gave me another set of oral steroids, which I took. Didn't work. Sent me to the emergency room at the hospital, and they also didn't have an answer for me, which I was not very happy about. But I suck it up, you know, you have to suck it up. I did some acupuncture, which I had stopped for quite a while, but I went back, and it kind of relieved the itching and the redness, but it still came back, you know, because I can't do acupuncture every day. So yeah, and basically I did light treatment as well, which kind of worked until it didn't. And I tried loads of different creams, which was so uncomfortable. And then a couple days later, I woke up and my mom told me to go and have a look at what was on her desktop thingy on the screen. And I looked at the screen, and it was this website about TSW. So I read the website, and that was kind of the beginning of my TSW journey. So basically, I just told you the whole first part, which is the eczema part, and then I'm going to put the TSW part in the next video. But basically, you know, I haven't really told people about my eczema story, mostly because I don't think it would ever come up in a conversation with somebody. So yeah, but I'm glad that I was able to talk about it here. This is kind of like my outlet now. But I hope that people can relate to it in some way, because people with TSW never see it coming. Most of them never see it coming. You've never been warned about this. So from the minute that I first had eczema to now, like if you had told me at 7 years old, this is what I would be going through at 15, I would have cried. I would have cried, which is what I did for like the past year. But yeah, so I hope people can relate to it, because I know more people are gonna get TSW, and I wish that there was a way that I could go to every single person and tell them that and warn them, you know, because the more that you use steroids, I think the worse that it would be. So I wish that I would be able to tell people that, you know, you should probably stop now and just get it done and over with, the TSW. So yeah, so if you guys want to hear my TSW story, go to the next video, if I posted that yet. And then, you know, like, subscribe, like it, comment on it, and yeah. So, you know, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope I wasn't too boring. I don't think I was. Hopefully not. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Bye bye.